Hey everyone, in this video we'll learn about the fundamental counting principle. And to understand what this is, we'll go through an example together. Let's say you go into a restaurant, you pick up a menu, and you have the following options for your main course. And you also get a side. So for the main course, let's say you have a choice between a burger, steak, a panini, burger, steak, panini, or salmon. And let's say there are three sides. Let's say there are fries, coleslaw, or mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes. And my question is, how many possible meals are there if you can have one main course and one side? You have one main course and one side. Well, we can come up with a few. For example, someone could get a burger with fries. So let's go write that down. There's one so far. Burger plus fries. Someone could get a burger with coleslaw. That's fine too. So that's number 2. Burger with coleslaw. Someone could get a panini with mashed potatoes. That's another one. Panini with mashed potatoes. And you see that this list gets very big. So we want to know what is the total number of different meals that we could have given this menu. If we could have one side and one main course. So let's actually just erase this and let's go about it a different way instead of going through every single main course inside. So let's actually list the main courses, the burger, steak, panini, and salmon, like this. So we'll have a burger, steak, panini, and salmon. And then let's list each of the sides, fries, coleslaw, and mashed potatoes. So with the burger, you have your main course, your burger, and then you have one of 3 sides you could get. You could get the fries, coleslaw, or the mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes. And same thing with every other main course. So let's go ahead and copy and paste this down here. We'll paste it over here. We'll paste it there. Let's move this down a little bit. Paste it here. Move this down and then paste this one here. Okay, so what do each of these mean? So this, for example, this part of the tree means that you'll have a burger with fries. That's one meal. This means you'll have a burger with coleslaw, or you can have a burger with mashed potatoes. You can have a steak with fries, steak with coleslaw, steak with mashed potatoes, panini with fries, panini with coleslaw, panini with mashed potatoes, and same thing for the salmon. You could have it with fries, coleslaw, or mashed potatoes. So if you count it all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are a total of 12 possible meals given this menu. So our answer is 12. And you see we came up with it by drawing this tree, by creating this diagram right here, where we list out every possible combination. Another way to do it is to use the fundamental counting principle. And the fundamental counting principle comes in because we can arrange a main course and a side by this. So how many main courses do we have? we have 4 main courses. 1, 2, 3, 4. The burger, panini, steak, and salmon. So we have 4 main courses. And we have 3 sides. Fries, coleslaw, and mashed potatoes. We have 3 sides. 3 sides. So 4 main courses, 4 mains, and 3 sides. So how many main courses and sides can we have? Well, let's go ahead and multiply these two numbers. 4 times 3. That gives us 12. And that is our answer. That is the answer we came up with. 12 possible meals. All we had to do was multiply the amount of main courses with the amount of sides, 4 times 3. And we could get to 12, which is the total number of possible meals that we could have given this menu. So in other words, if you have 2 events, A and B, and in this case, A was the main course and B was the sides, and you want to figure out how many possible ways you can arrange A and B, and is the keyword, then the total number of possible ways to arrange A and B is A times B. And of course, this is assuming that each event doesn't affect each other, but this is the total number of ways to arrange A and B, each of them being two separate events. It would be A times B. So that's the fundamental counting principle in a nutshell. I hope this video helps, and if you have any questions at all, please leave them down in the comments below, and thank you for watching.